Today, we are going to walk through everything you need to know to find a fantastic dog trainer right here in Union City, California. This is your guide to feeling really confident about the choice you make for you and your best friend. Having a well-trained dog just makes everything better, doesn't it? It means those everyday things, like a walk down the Alameda Creek Regional Trail or even just a quick trip to the store, become so much more enjoyable and totally stress-free. So, here's our game plan. We'll start with why training for our city matters, then we'll get into the different methods and program types. After that, we'll cover how to check out a pro, what it all costs, and finally, we'll wrap up with some local rules and resources. Okay, first things first, training that's actually suited for Union City. The whole point of good training is helping your dog feel comfortable and know how to act, whether you're in a quiet part of town or a bustling park. It's really all about building their confidence for our specific environment. Now, let's get into what modern dog training is all about. We're going to talk about the most effective ways to train and the different kinds of programs you're likely to come across. So, the biggest idea in training today is positive reinforcement. Instead of correcting or punishing bad behavior, this method is all about rewarding the good stuff, the behavior you want to see more of. It's not just a kinder way to do things, it's also been shown to work better, and it genuinely makes the bond between you and your dog even stronger. A lot of the time, you'll be deciding between group classes and private lessons. Think of it this way. Group classes are amazing for getting your dog used to other dogs and people. That's so valuable for real-world situations. Private lessons, though, are perfect when you need to focus on something specific at home, like if your dog jumps on visitors or barks at every car that passes. Okay, so you know a bit about the methods, but how do you actually find the right person for the job? This next part is all about giving you the tools you need to pick a professional trainer and feel really good about it. One of the best ways to tell if a trainer knows their stuff is by looking at their professional credentials. But what do all those letters after their name really mean? These acronyms might look a little intense, but they're important. They show a trainer is serious about using modern, science-backed methods. To put it simply, certifications like the CPD-TKA or KPA-CTP are fantastic for general obedience and puppy manners. But if you're dealing with tougher issues, like serious anxiety or aggression, you'll want to look for advanced certifications like CBCCKA or IAABC. Those are a sign of deeper expertise. Think of this slide as your personal checklist. When you're on the phone with a potential trainer, asking these 5 questions will give you a crystal clear idea of their approach, their qualifications, and how they run their business. It's truly the best way to make sure you're on the same page from the start. All right, let's talk about money. This next bit breaks down what you can generally expect to pay for professional dog training services right here in the Union City area. So, as a starting point, a single 1-hour private lesson usually lands somewhere in this ballpark. It's a pretty common benchmark. And it's good to know that most trainers will offer packages of lessons that can bring that per-hour cost down a bit. And here you can see the whole spectrum of costs. A 6-week group class, for example, is a really affordable way to learn the basics. On the other end, a board and train program is obviously a much bigger investment, but it's for really intensive work. This should help you figure out what works for your budget and your goals. And for our last section, we're zeroing in on what it means to be a dog owner right here in Union City. We're talking about local rules you need to know and some great spots to go practice all those new skills. These are the big ones from Alameda County that every dog owner should have on their radar. And here's where it all connects back to training. A good trainer helps you teach behaviors, like a solid recall or a nice loose leash walk, that make following these rules feel totally effortless. The licensing process itself is super simple. First, you just need to make sure your dog is up to date on their rabies vaccine. Then, you just register them with Alameda County Animal Services. That's it. It's a quick process that gets your dog officially on the books. Remember, training doesn't just happen at home. Taking what you've learned out into the real world is where it really clicks. These local spots are perfect because they offer different challenges. You can work on recall at the dog park, polite walking on the trail, and staying focused around all the new smells at Coyote Hills. Picking the right trainer really is the first step to a happier, easier life with your dog. I hope this gives you the confidence you need to find that perfect match. Enjoy the calm walks, the fun trips to the park, and that amazing peace of mind you get from having a well-behaved buddy you can be proud of no matter where you go in Union City.